Last time we spoke, I took out an 11-foot hammock and I discussed at the time how my tarp wasn't long enough to cover my new 11-foot hammock. So I've been searching the internet, one, for something I can afford, something that is long enough, something that is lightweight enough. So I've gone with the Aqua Quest Guide Tarp. Sil nylon impregnated, PU coating also. Looks like this. This is 750 grams and it's 4 meters by 3 meters. I can't get it as flat as they can. Some cordage here. This has been adapted. That one, that needs to be adapted. I'll show you how to do that. And I bought 2 XL Hennessy snake skins. I'm looking for something to cover an 11-foot hammock. So 13 foot, give me a foot either side, works out somewhere around 4 meters, albeit a little bit. Now, PU coating is generally a lot heavier than impregnating the actual woven fabric of the nylon in silicone, sil nylon, and that's what you have there. But it's PU coated also. Right, other than the cords there, you can see that is it stuffed. I don't know whether I would take it out in heavy winds. It would all depend on the stitching and sewing and how everything is fabricated. I'm going to attach some guy outs for it. That one's already been stripped out. This hasn't. I have 5 meters of knockoff paracord here, and because I use slip knots, it wears the outer casing off and it starts fraying, and a lot of people chuck their cord out. I don't. I strip out the inner cores first. Just going to come to the ends where it's been singed, snip off the ends. I've tied the inner cord to a small tree. I can walk back and it'll strip out all this for me. Inner cord's stripped out. Now I just have the outer core here. Okay, I found the ridge side and I'm feeding it into the Hennessy XL. Others will just keep the stuff sack it comes with. I am quite a fan of snake skins. That is the snake skin over one side of the tarp. There is the loop of the actual tarp itself. There is the loop of the snake skin itself. I'm going to get that cord and put it through both of these at the same time. Now, the way I use my tarp is to make a loop in this cordage, and that loop here allows for your hammock lines to sit in between. And I'm going to use about 9.5 inches, which is thumb to little finger span for me, to the size of the loop doubled over. And I'm going to put a bowline knot in and do an identical thing to the other side. And this has already been stripped out of all its cores. 5 meters of cord. This just goes around the tree and back to the tarp. The loop that I made on the tarp, I feed it through here. Letter D. And pull a loop through the letter D, which is a slip knot, and that is it. To release, I pull on the tail. hammock lines sit between here. Now that 9-inch loop here that we made, this is where the carabiner comes through. I've got mine for quick release with a carabiner on the sewn end. So my insulation is onto the continuous loop via an S-biner here, which gets transferred up now to the actual loop that we made up there. That was quick and easy. Now that is suspended one half of the Outdoor Vitals mummy pod, so I can drop this right down and have a much shallower angle. Now having that shallow angle on the suspension lines has the effect of flattening out the hammock because it's not designed for a diagonal lay. Now let's see how we are on the overall length for the tarp. It's covered everything by about a foot on either end. And that just needs pegging out, and just peg straight to the ground, and it gives 100% wind protection. With this pod quilt, I can either stuff it straight into the backpack itself or into a waterproof dry sack, as I am here. It'd be quicker just doing this straight into the backpack, so long as I haven't got any sharp objects to go in. And I can compress that easily into a 25-litre pack. The only thing I have found, because I have checked it over, there was a reverse run on the stitching, so she'd gone offline and had to reverse the machine. 40 ripstop nylon, and although it doesn't sound a lot there, it's because of the sil nylon coating that makes it even more durable, and I don't know how much more durable over, say, polyester. So I've kept the label. It says they make waterproof backpacks, waterproof travel gear, waterproof electronics protection, waterproof tarps, bivvies, tents and duffels. You can find them on Twitter, Pinterest, Facebook. 2 years, no worries warranty, and the warranty is approved against defects and workmanship for 2 years. And even after extended use. So a guarantee for 80 quid of tarp. Mine, I think, was 87 actually. You can have one cheaper than 87 quid, but it's a forest green and I didn't like it. It was too stand out. The coyote brown I go for quite a lot with my kit now. I got mine from Amazon. I'll put you a link in for this if you want a more robust tarp over sil nylon. Next up is the Safari, which is heavier for the same dimensions, and then you've got a really robust one which is meant to be really heavy denier and also heavier in weight, and that is the Defender version. So Guide, Safari, Defender, and I think for 750 grams just for the tarp, and then of course you've got the weight of the stuff sack, the pegs and the cordage after that, isn't too bad at all. I'm going to go over all the spec and dimensions of this, but first I'm going to need a cup of coffee. Pair of testicles back on. Already have cold water in my flask and my Hyperlight cook set. So why did I go with the Guide? It is the lightest and I want to use it for most of the year. I have other tarps I use for winter. I've got the DD polyester for that, but I would need a shorter hammock. My 8-foot hammock should do the job there. So I've done a lot of research on this for myself. So I wanted something in my budget which was under £100. I wanted something 4 metres by 3 metres so I could bring the sides right down to the ground and yet have overhead coverage for an 11-foot hammock. This fitted the bill. Right, bubbles are just starting. Generous blob of coffee, and turn that right down into a simmer. So what else was a deciding factor for me? Here's the weight. The weight of the Guide Tarp at 3 metres by 4 metres, like I said, is 750 grams tarp alone. Another deciding factor I liked was a choice of colour. I like the coyote brown. If you want the forest green, go for it. And I believe the Safari and the Defender will come in the type of camouflage. No quibble, 2-year warranty. Big bonus, seeing I only paid 87 quid. If there's any defect with the craftsmanship or the actual material itself, I just send it back. They'll send me a no quibble replacement out, and that for 87 quid, a 2-year warranty, speaks for itself. So what I look out for when I'm buying a tarp, I've got to make sure it fits my system, my overhead system. I want it in a budget that I want. I want it 100% water resistant, waterproof. I want it lightweight and compact. The AquaQuest Guide fit all that criteria for me, which is why I went for it. And I did look at a lot of tarps. I looked at some cheaper, some a little dearer, and that's what I opted for. So that's my reasoning for the AquaQuest Guide Tarp. And that's me done. So I'll be out with all that set up pretty soon. Have had it out at base for 2 nights continuous rain. I didn't find any leaking on any of the seams. The seams are all heat taped. And I'll see you out there. Happy trails.